Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Replay Metroid Fusion. In the last part, we got the plasma beam and actually solved the power crisis that was going on here in the space station. And now we're going to continue through the second half of Sector 4 and get this power bomb, which is right here, by the way. And in the process, we're actually going to get some fairly good little Platzi knees. Platzi... Did I just say Platzi knees? I meant Platzi doodles. I might be watching far too much of that one show for my own good if I just said that. I forget if you have to power bomb that or if you could just normal bomb it, but I always power bomb just in case. And we have these guys here, which I swear were in the Meridia area in Super Metroid. I think they were in the sand, although I think they were green in that game. They're not that difficult, honestly, but they will not get damaged unless it's a charge shot. Yeah, you don't want to go to the right, by the way, because that ends in a dead end at the moment. Now, actually, we just got a bit of an important hint from that little fish that was at the bottom of the screen just then. We could actually phase to that wall, and this one's giving us a very similar hint. But anyway, down here, we got the final personality core, security room level 4. And with this, we can finally open red hatches, which in the other games you could open with a missile. Okay. Or, well, 1 to 5 missiles, depending on the game. And with that, I do want to bring something up. Now that we have those open, you can actually do a really cool little sequence break coming up. Well, not really sequence break, it's programmed in on purpose. Well, first off, also, there's this little area over here. I'll talk about this first, actually. I think you have to power bomb these guys right here, but make sure you're not where the power bomb is when it goes off, because you want those X-parasites to survive. And go over there, so they can form the yellow gold things that are only in the game twice. Why? Because that's the only way you can actually open up this door. And what's in here but an energy tank, I believe. Yep, energy tank. I keep on wanting to say E-tank, that's Mega Man. Although seeing a Metroid and Mega Man crossover game wouldn't be that bad, actually. Then again, Smash 4. You guys should have seen my face when Mega Man was announced for that. Then again, you guys have yet to see my face in general. Unless you're an actual friend of mine in real life. But anyway, I was just saying earlier, there's actually a cool little sequence break you can do. Well, yet again, it's not a sequence break, it's more of just a little hidden extra that you can do if you can shinespark correctly. Starting from this room, as you'll probably notice, before the door, there's this little inlet right here. If you can run properly, you can actually shinespark up here, jump up through that corridor, and get a shinespark chain going if you keep running. That you'll actually be able to run through a certain wall and end up in the main area of Sector 4. And if you head back to the navigation room, actually, that guy that we saw Mr. Purple talking with earlier will make his only other appearance where he pretty much says, "Congratulations, Samus. You actually managed to do something that we didn't tell you how to do." And it's a nice little hidden extra thing that doesn't do anything aside from bragging rights, really. But it's a cool little thing that's there. And then after you do that, you have to head all the way back in, which I believe is much easier. I think you just find it on YouTube by looking up Metroid Fusion Sector 4 Secret Message. You might have to add shinespark into there as a key term at some point. Yeah, it's a really cool hidden extra. However, even as much as I've played these games, I'm nowhere near good enough to do that. I can do the mandatory shinespark chains to get missile tanks and such, but that's because it's actually normally physically possible without being a god. Anyway, we got these little guys here, which actually have a little bubble that opens up above them when you get too close to them. So for that one specific, make sure you freeze him. Also, in this room here, if you're going for that missile tank over there, if I recall correctly, you have to either get a certain ability that we'll be getting next part and use it to get past that little tower guy, or shinespark through him. I can't remember which. Anyway, there is actually a nice little power-up that I can get in this room, because I kind of want to have enough of these things by the end of the game. Shinespark directly up here. And you get a power bomb. I like to have it just under 20 of these things by the end of the game. Why? I'm not sure. They're not even mad. You don't even have to use them much after the next little place I'm coming up to. In fact, are they? No, I don't think they're required for the rest of the game. They're just required for like those 3 or 4 specific times. I just like having a good ammo count. Anyway, now we're back in the main area, Sector 4. Ooh, a data room's right below us. That's cool. We're actually just below the navigation room, too, so we're right near the beginning of Sector 4. Let's go and see if that data room has anything. It looks active. And it totally is! What do we get? Diffusion missiles. This is a new thing. Yeah, but these, you just charge your missile button with the R. I'll show it off in this next room right here. And when you fire, it'll have a nice little spread effect that covers the entire screen, like so. And that does count as a missile itself, so it will actually destroy missile blocks, the little diffusion effect it has going on there. However, we're only required to use it like twice. No, actually, I think that may have been the only time we're required to use it. Got a missile tank right there, if you need it. I don't, but I like getting it anyway. I just like trying to get the best possible ending image I possibly can, and while speedrunning. I want that energy tank back. Thank you. So let's see what Mr. Purple has to say about what just happened throughout this past 7 minutes. You upgraded your missiles? That's unusual. There was no word from HQ. A procedural error, I'm sure. Even so, I do not approve of bypassing level security 4. From now on, you must use more discretion. In any case, Samus, remember the security bot you faced earlier? I believe the X have infected it. That is to say, they have claimed the organic components that form within your network. It's enter Sector 6. I don't know what it's planning, but let's not wait to find out. Samus, you know what to do. Thank you for being simple. To Sector 6, quickly. Well, you know, Mr. Purple, we really couldn't get past it unless, well, we couldn't really get out of that area unless we kind of open that. Then again, I don't think he knows that because, well, he does monitor us somewhat. He doesn't have complete, total visual access like we do. Oh, Sector 6. This is the last time we're going to be here, too. This is pretty much like the final roundup of certain areas, actually. Hello again, Mr. Purple. The security robot seems to have gotten much stronger. This worries me. Be careful. But we have another problem. Once you're done, leave knock immediately. The SAX is tracking you. Don't stay longer than you must, understood? Oh, well, that's perfect. We're being tracked by a psychopathic killing machine that's not even human that could possibly destroy us with 1 shot. Well, actually, thinking about it, it's more accurate at like 3 or 4 shots. Anyway, if you actually follow the path I went earlier, which is the way you're supposed to go in Sector 6, knowing where you're supposed to go is actually fairly obvious just by looking at the map, because there's just one, I want to say 2 or 3 block wide room on the map that we never entered that's actually in this vertical hallway right here. Or, I guess vertical corridor would be it. It's in here. God help you if you came in here early because of all these blue X. Now, one thing I'm going to show off just for Let's Play sake, if we're going for 100%, you may have noticed that there was a weird block that we've seen before. That's because you can actually, once you are able to destroy it, you can come in here and shine spark through this to get, I forget what kind of power-up it is. I want to say it's a missile tank. And, well, we're not getting back up that way. The save room's right, I believe. Yeah, it is, actually. Anyway, we have to head down here. Well, this is something technologically advanced. Don't tell me what to do, Miss Computer Voice, although I'm surprised you were able to fit voice acting in a Game Boy Advance cartridge. Shoulder tackle! Anyway, I'm saving because well, with the next part, I've always had a bit of trouble with. Although I hate how that how that voice clip repeats over and over again. That's kind of annoying. Well, that was an explosion. By the way, don't be an idiot like me, and the moment you enter this room, place a power bomb immediately, because it's the security robot box X, I guess. The first phase to this fight is fairly similar to its original fight, actually. Except instead of firing bombs, it fires missiles, which you can easily destroy with the plasma beam, and it can jump much higher. In fact, it can actually hit you with its jump and knock you into the electrifying water, so that's kind of deadly. This is actually... I think I said earlier that the, I don't even remember which boss I was talking about that I said was my least favorite in the game. But I actually completely forgot that this one was even here, so I must correct my statement. This is my least favorite boss in the game, because I've always had trouble hitting him. He has a pretty decent amount of health, too, because we're in here for another... I want to say 2 minutes. In fact, the fact of the matter is, the only reason I find him hard, other than the fact that I can really not hit him effectively, is that jump always knocks me into the water, which causes me to lose quite a bit of health. The missiles are no problem at all, actually. Thankfully, though, that it makes up for being one of the second... Or one of the easiest second forms in the entire game. And one little detail I haven't mentioned with the security robot here throughout both fights is that you actually do more damage to it as the fights go on. Like, when you first face off against it, it's in perfect condition, but by the end of it, it is kind of effed up structurally. And you can still see some of that structural F up here, but we're actually damaging the glassing that contains that weird little brain thing that's in there for some reason. You think having organic components in a robot would be kind of a bad idea. Because then it gains the capacity for thought, and then Skynet happens. How loud is my TV? Not loud at all, actually. I'm glad you guys can't hear that, actually. Actually, in fact, the best way to actually fight this guy is hope to God you get him in a loop like what he's in right now, where he's just jumping back and forth and shooting the missiles straight up, because that gets you quite a few good hits on him. Although, I just realized this right now. What is that background? I've been playing this game for years, and I've never actually looked at it. What the hell? The background actually kind of reminds me of Dust and Elysian Tale. I've only played that because I have the PC version, because I have no Xbox systems at all. And I probably just pissed off a lot of people saying that. Then again, the Xbox people are patent mad. I'm the Nintendo PlayStation guy. But luckily, after some time, this guy will come out of his shell, and the brain turns into a Beam Core X. In fact, I think this is our last power-up for the beam. Yeah, actually, it is. And like the last one, sadly, there's no way you can cheese this one with a platform unless there's something I'm not aware of. Also, I completely forget to go to the right in this area, but I think there's a missile tank you can get in there or something. But anyway, now we have the wave beam. Now our beam can not only penetrate enemies, but walls as well, so yeah. And it also does a lot of damage. Shut up, voice. Dude, I hate how it repeats that ad nauseum. Gain that health because I'm always kind of edging the next area because there is a chance of actual instant death. And I don't like going into an area without having a save handy right before it. Unless it's like the final area of Super Metroid, because I usually don't like having that no point of no return kind of thing. But anyway, welcome to the restricted zone. This place is weird. And there was a save room right there too, damn it. Anyway, let's see what we got in here, shall we? Hello, Metroids. Oh, they're so cute. Anyway, this is a nice little Metroid 2 throwback. We got all the Metroids you faced in that game. You got normal Metroids, I believe they're Gamma, Delta, and Zeta, but no Omega Metroids. Although they're also a crapload bigger than they were back in, Metroid 2. What the... Oh, God, what's happening down there? And why do I have a feeling I already know what's happening? Yep. Why? Ugh. Luckily, our little Metroid friends help us out. And this is the instant death thing I was talking about. If you don't make it to the top of this room and go through the door at the top of it within 60 seconds, which is very easy, mind you, this is a very easy section. The Metroids don't even hurt you, they just stop your progress. It's death. Well, that was close. Hello, Mr. Purple. What was that all about? Samus, you shouldn't have done that. You ignored your orders. You may have to pay a price for that very soon. Holy crap, I get a speech bubble. As you can see, the Federation has been secretly working on a Metroid breeding program. For peaceful application only, of course. Please understand. Wasn't my mission in Metroid 2 to destroy all Metroids? But perhaps you already know about this program's existence. Certainly you must have had doubts when you saw Sector 1 SRX, a faithful replica of the SR388 ecosystem, ideal for racing Alpha, Gamma, Zeta, and even Omega Metroids. This research even uncovered techniques for rapid growth. Imagine creating an Omega from a larval Metroid in days. But that research is finished. The X has smelled out its natural enemy, and one of the SAX is on its way here. One? You're saying there's more than one SAX? That's not good. Don't be so surprised, Samus. You know that the X reproduced via asexual division. Because of this mechanism, there are no fewer than 10 SAX aboard this station. Well, that's not good. Samus, you must go. Get out. If you stay too long, the SAX will destroy you. Stop only at a navigation room to uplink to me. I don't know how HQ is going to take this, but you need to report to them immediately. Now get going. But yeah, wasn't my mission in Metroid 2 to destroy all Metroids? So why the hell is the Galactic Federation breeding them? Ugh, absolute idiots. The real Adam would have said the same thing about that instant, but he would have softened the blow. He was relentless in his criticism, but he always cared. He was not a machine obsessed with duty. No such compassion could exist in that computer. Now that's just downright mean to Mr. Purple. And this place looks very familiar. This place is actually modeled after Torian from Metroid 1, Zero Mission, and Super. And there's this nice little missile block that you have to open here. I think you'd have to use diffusion missiles, actually. Which luckily they can charge up even when jumping. Because there's an E-tank in there, and an energy tank, rather. And I'd like having more health. In fact, I think I have all the energy tanks I'll be getting throughout the game. Because that's usually, because I think the other two files have that exact same amount of them. And we have acid here too. This, unlike lava, will still hurt you when you're in a gravity suit. However, with that, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And next time on Let's Replay Metroid Fusion, we'll continue through this Torian lookalike and see what awaits us in here. See you guys then.